We know those days are not simple for any of us, and every person who opens his eyes and looking around can see great difficulties and great challenges around us. Many of us, in many ways, are able to deal with certain kinds of pressure and difficulties, and when we are passing certain tests while being happy or balanced or okay, so we think to ourselves that probably everyone else are also able to deal in the same way, but it's not true. Some of the people around us are suffering greatly from the exact same things that you're happy with, things that you have in your life, and other people are lack of those. And then people can find themselves losing their minds and losing family members and losing their happiness and their health and their joy. And people around us can feel so bad, and we won't be able even to recognize their pain and their sorrow, because we are able to deal with those things, because we are stronger in a way. And we think and we assume naturally that everyone around us are the same as us, when in reality there are people that are suffering from great hunger and from great pain and horrible, horrible fears and pressures. We all know that this day is a day who we are commanded to remember the holy memory of the last generation who went in a storm back to heaven, that was taken away from earth in such painful and horrible way that cannot be even discussed properly. Millions of people been killed for no sin, been led to such painful and horrible destiny, wrapped with fear and hunger and poverty. Parents that lost their children, little soft and gentle souls who lost their parents. For me, every time that I see those horrible pictures of those horrible days of the Holocaust, the feelings of loneliness and fears that I experienced in my life are just making me embarrassed compared to the sorrow and the fear and terror that those eyes of those holy souls reflects in their pictures. And we need to remind ourselves of all those horrific stories and all those impossible hours of anxiety and pressure and years of depression and cruelty that our nation, that our people, that our siblings, that our ancestors went through. And we should remind ourselves of that for the purpose of the awakeness that will come out of that memory. For us not to be blind to the pain and the struggle of our siblings today. For us to wake up today and to prevent another situation that might be bad and horrible from happening. And I'm not talking about a Holocaust that might happen. I'm talking about one person's sorrow. I'm talking about one tear that you can prevent, that you can save a person from 1 hour of sorrow, of pain, of loneliness. Why we cannot judge another person? Why we can never understand what were the motives of another person to do something, even something that considered as bad? Because the amounts of fear and pressure that people are going through in life are so heavy and so painful and so deep. And you know only yourself. And you know how hard it is for you. You know how hard it is for you in your personal aspects of your life as an individual, as a grown-up, as a man, as a woman, as a husband, as a wife, as a friend, as a father, as a mother, as a child. You know how hard it is to take responsibility, how challenging it is to wake up in the morning and to go and take the responsibility that is on your shoulders and to fulfill your obligations to yourself, to your surroundings, to God. You know how hard it is and how much pressure is surrounding you. And you know how many hours of sadness and loneliness and pressure you're experiencing. And you can imagine to yourself that there are people, like we said before, that are experiencing worse situations even, that are dealing with difficulties and challenges that you can never imagine, that me myself can never imagine even. The fear and the pressure and the loneliness and the sadness and the terror, low self-esteem, and many other feelings that if you would just be hugged and loved while suffering so badly and so greatly, if you would just be respected for who you are and stop being chased for who you are, you would feel so comfort. You will feel so loved and honored and respected, and you would appreciate it so much that you would for sure appreciate that person and have a great gratitude for him, for his support, for his love to you. So why won't we give the same feeling to another person that is in the same pressure and distress? This is why we need to remind ourselves of the horrible things that took place in earlier generations, and especially in those days of terror and Holocaust, to remind ourselves that there are many, many people around us who needs our help, and that we should show and reflect to them what we believe that is true. The loving kindness of the Creator is the loving kindness that is treasured inside of us. The good attributes of yours, the wonderful, kind and sensitive feelings that are installed inside your emotional system, the will to love, the will to be generous and to care and to support and to give a hand and to respect and to assist, all those wonderful attributes of yours are what you believe that the Creator is shining through your soul, through your personality to the world. So you need to let that shine. And we need to express the godliness that is treasured inside of us among all our loved ones and all our surroundings, and to be those people who we hope that would come and stand by us. You need to be the father that you would want to have to your children. You need to be the mother that you wish to have to your children. You need to be that husband, you need to be that wife, you need to be that brother, that sister that you dream to have. And it's hard. It's not easy. But that's our mission. And that's the purpose of those days, for us to remember and for us to reset our minds in a positive way, to go and spread love and plant good manners around the world, and to heal and to build and to support and to care about every soul, and to remember that all the souls are beautiful and equal in the eyes of their Creator, and that His unconditional love, enormous, beautiful, gorgeous love, is available for everyone. And the way for us to shine His loving kindness to His children is through our good actions and manners, by being nice and productive and supportive and loving, generous, super kind. May Hashem open our eyes and wake us up to do so, and to be lighthouses to plenty, that there will be no one left behind, that no one will know no kind of sorrow and pain and grief, that everyone will rise and shine and bloom like we want to succeed and to be loved forever. Amen.